Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I asked in one of the premieres if people would like to ask me any question and I would do a video on a Q&A. So you ask me questions, I answer them as best as I can, and I've written down a few. We didn't get too many, we had 3 people, but quite a few questions. So I'm going to be going through them with you. The first one was from the lovely Maria van der Tang. I hope that's how you spell it, or Van der Tan. I reckon the G must be silent. She said, how do you make up your Wink of Stella solution? Well, I don't normally make a Wink of Stella solution. I haven't done in the past, but I've topped it up where I've added extra rubbing alcohol because there's loads and loads of shimmer left inside these containers long after the liquid's gone. So I've got myself a cloth off the gorgeous Carla. I've got my rubbing alcohol on my trolley somewhere. I am going to show you how I make up. I'm going to try it. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to work. Let me just cover this over my space. Oh, you pull this apart and you need to undo this. Pop that down there. I'm going to grab my tweezers. I'm just going to poke on, oh no, not the tweezers, sorry Carla, I do love them. I've added some stuff on there. I'm just going to prise this little black cap up. Oh, that's sharp. There you go, it's coming. So grab a sheet of, because this is running out now and the shimmer's virtually all gone. So I'm just going to add those onto a piece of scrap. You need to take out this. And that is where all your shimmer is. There's still a little bit going on in there. I'm going to stand that on my desk if I can. Or I can't. But what I'm going to try is stamping up some the shimmer paints, because you can use these on anything and you can water them down as well. So this is virtually empty. Let me see. Tiny, and there's hardly any sparkle left in that. It's literally nothing left, hardly. Can you see? So, my darling, I am going to take just a couple of drops of this and tip that in there. And this one, 1, 2, 3, scoop it up. This is the frost white one, and I've also got the champagne mist. I should have given them a good shake really because it settles, but I'll show you how I make my spritzer up as well in a minute for the shimmer spray. Again, this one's the silver one, and it tends to be silverish in the Wink of Stella. So I'm going to add about the same amount of drops again. One more perhaps. That's enough. I've got a bit of tissue. No, I haven't. So I'm just going to scrape it all in there. Then you're going to take your rubbing alcohol. Now I get this, it cost me £10 for a litre off eBay, and it's like 70% proof. So you don't want any lower than that because it'll just saturate everything. So one-handedly I'm going to take off the lid, and I'm just going to, with a steady hand, pour it into my Wink of Stella. Oops, oh, a little bit too much. Don't worry about that, it'll evaporate. Evaporate, should I say. And then I'm going to put my channel. It's going to drip. It's my fault for adding too much. And then I'm going to screw this lid back on. Just going to get myself a tissue, which I've got in the drawer. Oops, I've got a wet wipe. I'm just going to use the wet wipe to clear this all up. I'm going to put the lid back on, remove this, pop that in the bin, and my cloth is still dry. Now I'm going to give it a good shake. You always have to give it a really good shake. And shake them before use and after. It keeps it primed then and stops the solution from settling on the bottom. So now my hands are clean. I'm going to grab a piece of black cardstock out of my scraps bin, as it will show up better on there. And what you need to do is prime these, but especially when they're new. So I take it, fill the channel up, and then give it another shake. And then, whoops, oh, it come out of the lid then, didn't it? Look. Then I've reapplied and got my shimmer paint. Look at that on there. Sorry, Carla. I will wash my cloth. But there is that shimmer paint. And that is as good as any old Wink of Stella. So you can make your own from now on if you've got those shimmer paints. And I think they were like £4.50 each. Let me turn this over. So I'm just writing my name. So there we go. And then always shake it. Always shake it, and then keeps the solution from getting clogged in there. So that's how I fill that one. Now for my little shimmer, this one. You see all the solution on the bottom. Again, it's just powder, that is. And once you shake it, let me spray this for you. You can see then, that's my shimmer on there. Beautiful. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That's how you get that shimmer. And now I'm going to show you how I make this. Simple. I sent for this. It's shimmer powder. And again, off eBay, I think it cost me like £6. I haven't got a little spoon. What can I use for a scoop? Wait there. There you go. You're just going to take your spray bottle. And this is going to last me forever. I've given 2 or 3 pots like that big, only about that round though, away from this. So I'll never have to buy this again. And it's called, oh, what's it called? I think it's just called Cosmic Shimmer Powder. And you want about a teaspoon. About that much. I'm going to hold this over the top. And I'm just going to put that in there. I don't even think I need that much. But in it goes. There we go. And look at the shimmer on that. You can set this with hairspray as well. So, again, Mr. Boyce has got my hairspray downstairs. I will add that later. You just want a couple of squirts of hairspray. This stuff you can add to embossing folders. And then spray it with a fixing spray. You can get a craft fixing spray. It's just easier to use hairspray. It gives you that shimmer on a card as well. So now I've used it on there. Again, come back with my rubbing alcohol. Just fill it all the way up. And the last time I did this was about a year ago, so this is going to last me another year. Easy. And I don't use it all the time, but I do use it a lot. Again, just give it a good shake. And a couple of squirts, like I'm saying, of hairspray. And look at all the shimmer in there. You're never going to have to buy it again. I'll just get that wet wipe again and clean my hands. Because I'm covered in shimmer spray. So I'll grab another piece of black card. Just a scrap from my bin. And again, give that a little spray. And there you go. There's that beautiful shimmer spray. Love it. So I've topped up my Wink Stella. And I've topped up my shimmer. Just using products that Stampin' Up sell. They don't sell the powder, but they sell the paints. And if you haven't got the powder, you can use the paint. In there, you would need about about half of that bottle to make a full one of them. But it's worth it. And I've just reloaded my Wink Stella, which I'm over the moon. And that's the first time I've... Normally I add just the rubbing alcohol. But now I've just added the paint. I know I'm never going to run out of Wink Stella again. So, there we go. Marie, there's your answer. There's the Wink Stella. And there's the shimmer powder as well. I know that was just a bonus. There's still some in the lid. So mop any bits up with your brush as well. And that'll help. So there you go, there's my guide to my shimmer spray and now my Wink of Stella. But with this, because it's powder, it settles. And all you have to do is just to tap it until it all mixes in again. And then, like you say, you can see all that shimmer going on in there. Absolutely beautiful. So, and thank you for that question, actually, because I wouldn't have got around to doing that for a long time. And now, with this shimmer powder and paints, I've reloaded. So, thank you for that. I hope that was helpful. Try and get my rubbing alcohol back in my tray. For some reason it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Sorry about the noise. But there you go. Always have a clean cloth on hand because you don't want to spoil your surfaces. So we'll move on to the next question. And the next question is from the wonderful Ma Foster. And she's asked me, from idea to finish and all the paper cutting, etc., how long on average does it take me to make a card? It can take anything from me thinking about what I want to make, choosing the papers, cutting them to size, wondering if I've taken inspiration from a sketch, am I getting the sizes right? It can take anything from half an hour, 45 minutes, up to 2 hours. Yeah, and then, do you know, after I've made it once, I've got spray paint all over my lamp now. Once I've made it though, and come to do a video, apart from all the gas bagging I do, I can do another card, once I've made one, in about 20 minutes, half hour. As long as it takes for you to see me do it on the video. And some are long-winded, some aren't. I've been known to do a card from start to finish in 10 minutes, 11 minutes, something like that. But they're not the ones I want to show you. You know, there's a lot of people out there that do 10-minute videos and they break it down and they fast forward and they skip bits, or they've got everything pre-made. I sometimes have stuff pre-made because otherwise I'd be here for 2 hours with you, but I just do it because I like the chin wag. So, but yeah, I can do a card from start to finish, cutting papers, gluing everything together, and once I've got the idea, like I say, 10, 15 minutes, and then it's all the talking I do, I think, I suppose, afterwards, or while we're doing it, and the laughing and the joking. But yeah, depends. I've got a few questions off the gorgeous Carla as well. She's left me a fair few. 1, 2. So I'm going to answer them in order as well. Carla said she's curious. Do I have an outline for what card I want to do each day, or do I wake up and look for inspiration? Well, when I get out of bed, Carla, I go downstairs and have 2 cups of coffee because my brain don't function till then. Yeah, definitely. And then I come up, when I was crafted in the kitchen, and literally I could walk down the stairs, put the kettle on, and go straight into my craft room, because it was in the kitchen. I would sit out there all day long, every day, and just have a look through Pinterest. I'd look through YouTube, Facebook. I go on the Google as well and look. Do you know where I get my inspiration from? Really, well and truly, sketches. Sketches all along. You know, because I make so many cards, and I think to myself, I do get a sweet sometimes, and I think, oh, I'll case the one that's in the catalogue. But then I'm thinking, no, you're not putting your own spin on it. But I like to go and look at sketches. Lots and lots of sketches. And this is why I'm enjoying doing the weekly sketch in our Facebook group. Because it's set out for you. It's up to you then to use your imagination then to pick the papers you want. I know you see a card and you see the outline and, you know, this bit. But you can change it. It's just there to give you inspiration of roughly. You don't have to. If it's got a square on it, use a circle. Use an oval. Use any shape. But then you choose the papers. You decide what sentiment. You decide what imagery you want on there. You know, and then you decide. So it is an outline. Sketches are your best friend. And my lovely friend Audrey sent cards in, and she said she'd lost her mojo. And Audrey, my darling, you need to look at card sketches. I sometimes just go over, grab my designer series paper and think, oh, I'll make a card using this. But then I still look at sketches for inspiration to make cards. I also like to watch my favourites. That's another question of Carla. She put, do I ever pick papers then make a card? Yes. Or do I design it then pick the papers? Normally I pick the papers first. Once I know I've looked at sketches, I can go to any sketch and probably think, oh, it's once you've picked your papers, the idea then just floods into place. So yes, I pick my papers first. I also, even when I'm not crafting, I do constantly look on YouTube, Facebook, because I'm into album making at the minute and I'm loving it. So whilst I'm looking at videos on albums, and I'm also watching my favourite people. And that's another question. She's put curious. She loves Jennifer Maguire and so do I. But I don't have time to sit and watch all of Jennifer Maguire's videos. Because she's got thousands, a bit like me really. She said, who do I follow on YouTube regularly? Well, I am in awe of the gorgeous, gorgeous Dawn Griffiths from Dawn's Stamping Thoughts. I love her to pieces. And just recently, the lovely Dawn has done a couple of my projects, even though I've probably said in my video that I had it from somewhere else. She has given me credit for it, and that is amazing. She's a superstar in my eyes, and I love her to bits. I've sent Dawn cards. I've followed Dawn for 3.5 years now, and yeah, she is like the nicest person. She just giggles at everything. Her instructions are fluent. I know she does fast forward. That's her prerogative. I mean, I'm all about real time, but that's me only because I haven't got an editing suite. I'll probably cock it up and wouldn't know how to do it, but yeah, no, Dawn. Dawn is one of my favourite people on the planet to watch. I love her to bits. Jennifer Maguire, like I'm saying. I used to follow Brandy Cox all the time when I first started stamping. I was in awe of a lady that could sit there and make 20 cards or 10 cards in 20 minutes. And yeah, so yeah, Brandy was one of the first people I ever watched. And then the following day, I think the first time I watched a lady make a card was Brandy Cox. And then I watched Dawn Griffith and I was in awe of her. She was amazing. So I will sit on if I'm having a lost me mojo day, I'll sit and watch Dawn's older projects because I think she was real. Well, she's still real and raw and live, but you know when somebody first starts off, she reminds me of me a little bit when I first started off. You know, it was a bit of, oh, am I doing it right? But I do love Dawn. She is amazing. I watch Jambi, not so much now, but I used to. It's not because of anything, you know, nothing untowards or anything. I just don't get the time. I'm doing the challenges. I'm doing the Facebook group, adding photos to the albums, which I adore. I love viewing everybody's card. If somebody has made a card of mine and they come on Facebook and they say, this is the card Gaynor made last night, look what I've done. I love it. Absolutely love it. Not because you've made it, because I made it. I just love the fact you're sharing it and giving other people inspiration. They may have missed my video, so you're putting it on in group. And it's brilliant. I love it. I love that. It just makes my heart sing. Right. Does it bother me when I have recorded a video, set it up for it to come out in 2 weeks? Because I always film 2 weeks in advance, because if I ever go on holiday, it's normally for 2 weeks, but it's not been away for 3 years now. But I want to make sure, because I put a video out every single day, I want to make sure while I'm on holiday enjoying myself, you've still got a video. I might not be able to attend the premieres because I'll be drunk somewhere in a pub. But I want to be able to make sure you've got something to watch whilst I'm away. Or if I have a spell in hospital, you know, I just don't want to disappear for 2 weeks and then come back and say, hi, I'm back. I had the best time ever. But, you know, you lot didn't get to see any of it. But no, I filmed 2 weeks in advance. Carla did write a month, but I would love to be able to be a month in ahead. She said, but when you set it up to come out in 2 weeks and someone else comes along, sees the idea and then puts it out there before mine airs. A little bit. But, oh, Mr. Boyce, you're a star. I just needed that. Thank you so much. He just fetched me a coffee. His timing is perfect. Yes. I've had a couple of my ideas. Even though I've probably stated in the video, mind you, no, I can't even say that. I've had a few, I've put up, because you can see the pictures, but you can't watch the video until it premieres with everybody. And yes, I've had a couple of people come along, see the idea, go away, make a video and air it before I've had a chance to do mine. Or I've aired it, I put it on the YouTube, but it's not due to come out for 2 weeks. But they never give me recognition. I do get a little bit cheesed off, yes. But I wouldn't go up to them and say, where did you get that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not like that. But I would like a little bit of credit, because I always give credit where credit is due. If I've cased somebody's card, I let you know I have. If I've cased a 3D project, or somebody's inspired me to do something, it might not even be anything like theirs, but they give me the idea, if you know what I mean. I've gone and seen people's cards, I come away with and done something totally different, but because that person sparked that interest in me, I always give them credit, always, because Like I say, yes, that's happened to me a few times, sweetheart. I also get cheesed off at people that see that what you've done, because it's not been done for gazillions of years, but you've reintroduced it. It's probably been out there for a long time, because I've only been crafting 3 years. But, you know, and you revitalise something, and they fetch the same one out, exactly the same, but they'll trace it all the way back to the original person. Give that person credit and not me. That's what I don't like. So yes, and I've had that happen to me a couple of times as well. But I'm not bitter, I'm not twisted, and I say crack on. And then it says, she's put, can one view give me ideas for a few cards? Yes, yes, definitely. Because like I've just said in the last question, I can get an idea after seeing somebody's work, or even just a colour scheme, you know, or they've just used a certain type of designer series paper, and I go away and think, oh, it just sparks something in me to make other cards. So yes, I just seeing one view from somebody else can give me a few card ideas. Yes, my darling. Or she said, or do I get up and work on it and then leave looking until another time? I'm not quite sure what that means, but if I see something and it sparks that in me, I've got to make it there and then. Otherwise I forget all about it, because I've got head like a sieve. But yes, you can look at something. I can pick up an embellishment and think, oh my god, and then I've just sparked off a card idea. You know, it's just whatever is. It depends on what frame of mind you're in as you're holding that or looking at that object. So yes, Carla, you can get inspiration from anywhere. I've had inspiration off Mr. Boyce before now, not because he's been crafting, because he's a little swine. He needs to come and do another video for us. I know, I've been telling him, so we'll get it done soon. But if he's show me something, because he loves woodwork, and he loves these new, you know, the tables with they look like planks of driftwood and stuff like that, or someone's cut a whole tree down that's been so wide and it got a length, and they then add resin and stuff like that. Even him showing me a few videos on that has sparked me to make a few cards as well. So there is your questions. I wish there'd have been more. You know, I'd like to have just talked about other things. But if you want to see any more Q&As, I think I'll do one once a month. So I'm going to start, if you want to start asking me questions, and then if you put ready for the Q&A, then I will write those questions down, and then when we come to do the video, I will answer all the questions over the space of that month, and then fingers crossed we'll have a bit more to go on. But I hope that helped, Maria, your shimmer paint and your Wink of Stella, because they have, well, you can see it's starting to settle, but if you look at the side, just shake it and reactivate it and get it back in that solution. I will add a couple of squirts of hairspray, and the hairspray just helps to set it quicker, that's all. Yeah, and you will literally need 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 squirts, maybe 5, depending on the size of your bottle. But it just helps, and the rubbing alcohol dries quickly anyway, so. But yes, and thank you, Ma, for your question as well. I can make one as quick as a flash, or I can take up to 2 hours. It depends on. I made a Christmas one. Do you remember the Christmas card one with the staircase and the little dog with the biscuits? That one took me about 2 hours. And I think it took me, on video, it took me about an hour and a half. But I think, and I got loads of stuff pre-cut then. But that took about 3 hours to make that card, 3.5 hours, easy. So I hope that's answered all your questions. I'm just having a look at curious, we've done that one. Does it bother me? Yes. Credit where credit's good. Definitely always give. I don't care who you are, anywhere in the world, if you had inspiration from someone, give them a mention. It's like drowning in, how can I say? It's like knowing you can swim, but someone's got their hand on top of your head, stopping you from coming up. That's what it feels like. Like, you just, it's not fair. You always give credit where credit is due. Right, I'm going to love and leave you all, but thank you for the questions. I really enjoyed that. I can't wait to do it again. So if you have any questions after seeing this video, and you want your questions answered on a Q&A, just ask me a question and say ready for the Q&A, and then I will write them down and we'll do it on the next one. But if I get quite a lot of questions, it won't be a month's time, because I'll probably get bombarded. It could be once a week even. So I hope you've enjoyed anyway. I'd love a thumbs up and a share. If you haven't subscribed already, please do by pressing the button and the bell straight away, and that way you'll be notified of all future videos. And like I've just said, I do post every single day, and I do post in advance, because I would never like to see you not have your 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock fix, whatever time I come on in your house, because I know a lot of you people, actually, this is the only interaction you get, is to sit and chat with me on a premiere, and I would love to be able to just turn up at your house and craft with you instead, but if that's the only way I can do it on video with the premiere, then that's the way I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it all for you. So, till next time, I love you all. Bye.